Hey guys, welcome to a video. So today I wanted to do kind of a movement tutorial. It just kind of explains the movements that you need to know, whether it's basic that everyone probably already knows, to more advanced things. So we're gonna start off with the basic things. Slide jump. So what a slide jump pretty much is when you slide or you crouch, right? Obviously slide, we all know this. You just run and then crouch, and then you press your jump button midway through that. So you slide and jump, and slide and jump, and you can actually combine this with like a later thing called wall bouncing. Most of you probably already know what it is, or know what it is and just want to learn it. They can combine it kind of like that, just with the momentum. All right, I'll show you more about that later. I'm wondering if I could just strafe left and right like this. So just like this. It's pretty simple. Or let's say just fucking literally stand still, like I know some of you guys do. I don't know why you guys like to do that. But what is more of a proper thing to do is actually this, which is called crouch spamming. Now you could do this, and it's better if you have crouch on holds, or not holds. Yeah, holds. So if you have it on holds, you can actually just spam it kind of like this. And pretty much that makes it to where it's kind of harder to hit. So like if I'm crouch spamming like this, yeah, I'm jittery, right? And so it just kind of throws people off, because you expect, if you're in a fight, just to like do this, like let's say this is like cover right here. Right, which also you shouldn't do that. You should definitely be timing when you're going to peek differently, but I'll explain that in a different video. But when you're crouch spamming, especially like jittery or whatever, when you should be doing a little bit more long strikes, it's much harder to hit that person who's actually crouch spamming. Even with, I would say, aim assist, it's a bit harder to do. But like a more like advanced version of it would be actually just strafing and then moving up. So let's say I'm strafing, right? Just left and right. It's quite predictable. Like it is quite predictable. But if I add some like left and right, so let's say I'm going right, left, right, and then start strafing left. So let's say you even do that with some jitter crouching. So it's just much harder to hit, obviously. And that's something you can use in your arsenal. I typically don't have to use it, because obviously you want to be using cover as much as you can. Put it like this. So honestly, just use that if you have to. This is called wall bouncing, which most of you kind of know. Wall jumping, wall bouncing. It looks a little something like this. Or maybe you've seen like this. What you want to do is pretty much jump and then let go of where your left joystick is going, pretty much. Or you can hold your left joystick while you jump into the direction you want to go. So let's say I want to go to the right. I jump and I move to the right with my left joystick before I hit the wall bounce. And that can kind of just move me in whatever direction I want to go in. Again, jump, let go of your left joystick, and then jump again as soon as you hear that little wall sound, right? Alright, I'll do super gliding next, so close. And so pretty much what you want to do is hold forward, right? Hit that climb animation, and then slide and jump at the same time before you exit the climb animation. And to do this easier, you want auto sprint on, so you just sprint immediately. And that makes it so much easier to do. And you can actually do this to the left or the right, or sometimes you might see me do this. And I just move my right stick to go to whatever direction I do. I do this as a regular super glide, but after you hit the super glide, like literally a split second after, you just go right or left with your left joystick. But if you move it before, you'll see that it just kind of does that, right? because you need to be holding forward the entire time until you hit that super glide. And honestly, don't do that. Don't try doing that until you can hit a regular super glide, simply going forward, right? And just keep on doing that around in the firing range, and whenever you're in a match or whatever, if you see something you can climb off of easily, just try doing it, if you're not in a fight, of course. Next movement technique is going to be zipline jumping. And so zipline jump would look something like this. So a zipline jump, pretty much, is you interact and jump, right? So you might see people do this sometimes just to go a little bit farther. And this is a zipline jump. What you're gonna do is hold interact the entire time. So for me, interact is Y, and I have jump on A, right? And you hold interact the entire time, and then you jump 180, and then jump again. So kind of like this. You'll see me do this a lot in my gameplay. Just like a quick 180, so snapping people. Like that. And it's really good at confusing people as well. Or even something like this, if the person's right behind you. Alright. So, again, hold interact, and while you're going up to it and running onto the zipline, you interact and then jump almost immediately, and then 180 and jump again. And then you want to keep doing this until you can do it quite well. And then even do your threes, which is just doing this 3 times like this. Also, a way to get a lot of momentum from it is actually looking up while you're doing it, and it kind of sends you farther. You can also do the super version of this, which is harder for controller, but I still do it sometimes, and it's very helpful. Pretty much want to hold, interact just how you would do normally, look up, and then double press your A button. And again, it's very hard to do controller. Like even I barely hit it sometimes, but for some reason I do hit it a lot in my gameplay.
Okay, that concludes the movement tutorial. Here is some gameplay from right after I wanted to show that showcases my movement in action.
I knew that. Oh, sir, you did not. Nope. You had to charge up piece, bro. Look at this basic ass lifeline. No, and he gets the res off too, bro. What kind of blasphemy, lobotomy shit is this? Again! So you guys this time. Maybe not last time, but this time you are. I feel like in the corner over here. Buddy.
Well, I literally played one match after this to show some of the movement, lol. But I do have courses that go more in depth into movement if you would like to join. It's only $5 and I will be reteaching everything and overseeing gameplay to tell you what you could do different or improve with your own movement. The instructions to join will be in the description.